Right now at noon, a break in a deadly shooting case on Madison's north side from last week. This as police make several arrests. Plus, the man suspected of gunning down a healthcare CEO in broad daylight is under arrest. What we're learning about the high school valedictorian turned murder suspect. This is News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us today at noon. I'm Josh Breiter. First at noon, Madison police arrest 3 people in connection with the deadly shooting on the city's north side. That shooting happened last Thursday on Troy Drive. 1 man died and 2 teens were hurt. Police say those 2 teens are facing charges, including first-degree reckless homicide. Another person is being charged for helping those teens. The ages of the suspects are 16, 17, and 19. MPD's Violent Crime Unit is investigating. Madison police are also investigating after the death of a pedestrian on the Beltline. It happened around 6 o'clock last night near Fish Hatchery Road. A vehicle on the Beltline hit and killed the pedestrian. The incident caused the westbound Beltline to close between Fish Hatchery Road and Todd Drive. It reopened about 2 hours later. We provide updates as they come in. This afternoon, a man is dead after falling in a retention pond. Dane County deputies responded to a dead-end road in Perry. A family member had reported the 66-year-old man missing last Friday. Deputies found evidence near a retention pond nearby. They covered the man's body early Saturday morning. Ice had covered parts of the pond, but other parts had open water because of an aerator. The sheriff's office says it is unclear why the man went on to the ice. A suspect has been charged in the brazen killing of a health insurance CEO on a New York City sidewalk. CBS News is learning while the suspect was talkative at first, he's no longer cooperating with authorities. Jared Hill has the latest from New York.
He ran, but he couldn't hide for long. 26-year-old Luigi Mangione was arraigned on murder and other charges last night in connection with the shooting death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Police in Altoona, Pennsylvania caught up with Mangione after someone recognized him at a McDonald's.
What did they ask him?
They asked him if he had been to New York recently.
And he responded nervously.
He was very nervous.
Anna Schechter with the CBS News Crime and Public Safety Unit says charges were filed swiftly based on the evidence recovered on Mangione.
He had the same fake ID that the person of interest used to check into that hostel on the Upper West Side of Manhattan before he carried out the killing. He also had a ghost gun that was capable of firing 9mm rounds. He also had those 9mm rounds in his bag.
Casings from those 9mm rounds were found here at the crime scene last week. Now all of the evidence from Mangione's arrest has been turned over to the NYPD. As we learn more about the suspect, he appears to fit no obvious criminal profile. Mangione is from a wealthy Maryland family and attended elite schools.
I knew of him. I knew him somewhat well. He was a nice kid.
He spent some time in Hawaii, where 2 people who knew him say he suffered debilitating back pain. While authorities have not yet released a motive, they were quick to tamp down any hero narratives.
In some dark corners, this killer is being hailed as a hero. Hear me on this. He is no hero.
Mangione is currently being held at a Pennsylvania state prison and could potentially fight extradition to New York. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
The Altoona Police Department is telling all officers to be careful after receiving threats via email and phone calls. We are learning all 19 people who were arrested after protesting at University of Wisconsin Board of Regents meeting last week will receive a citation. That's according to the UW-Madison Police Department. Last Thursday, around 50 protesters disrupted the meeting at Gordon Dining and Event Center. They are part of several pro-Palestine groups. 8 of the arrested protesters were affiliated with UW-Madison, 2 were UW-Madison alumni, and 4 were affiliated with UW-Milwaukee. The other 5 had no affiliation. Madison police officers are joining law enforcement around the country and raising awareness about switches. It's the short name for machine gun conversion devices. Police say these devices are parts added to firearm, usually Glocks. They say it allows the gun to fire multiple shots with one pull of the trigger. Police say the devices are illegal, but say their prevalence is increasing.
The ability to actually control the firearm is really the biggest problem. Even a trained shooter, your first 3 shots might be in the area of where you want, but then after that, the recoil is so fast, the cycling rate is so high that you'll never be able to control the firearm. So then you're sending bullets in directions of places you don't even know.
Department of Justice has warned it's finding more guns in Wisconsin modified like this. Cleary says anyone found to be using the device risks time in state or federal prison. Well, get ready to bundle up because some bone-chilling temperatures are on the way. First Warn meteorologist Kelly Slifka has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Jacket's back on today, Kelly.
Yeah, and we're going to need the gloves, the hats, and everything, the whole 9 yards going into tomorrow afternoon and also into Thursday. Very cold weather headed away. We had one cold front arrive last night. Now we've got another one that'll be arriving tomorrow morning. And behind this first cold front, we just have some gray skies here currently. Sitting at 30. We've been sitting at 30 all morning long. Northwest winds at 10 makes it feel like 21. So it is a much colder day. Yesterday we were in the 50s. Today struggling to get out of the 30s. But we do have that northwest wind up to around 10 miles per hour. So adding a little bit of a chill. But by this time tomorrow, I'm expecting these winds up to around 20 miles per hour sustained. Some gusts could be above 35 miles per hour by tomorrow afternoon. We've got cold weather in place and the bottom is going to really fall out. It looks like Wednesday night into Thursday when temperatures will struggle to get out of the single numbers Thursday afternoon, even with some sun. We do have some snow showers with that Arctic front that's going to be arriving later tomorrow morning. May see a dusting with that. More importantly, later Friday night, this is a system coming in from the south, so it's going to have a lot more moisture. So it's going to produce a little bit more accumulation. But we're not expecting a whole lot simply because it's going to be so wet. There might be some rain mixed in with that on Saturday. 30 right now in Madison, 31 in Middleton, 30 right now in Waunakee. We've got 30 down in the south in Stoughton. So pretty common number. Temperatures pretty much holding steady throughout the afternoon. Northwest winds will eventually come down, but they'll pick up right where they left off going into tomorrow morning. We'll talk about those winds and those bitterly cold wind chills expected tomorrow night. More on that and how much snow we can expect coming up.
Yeah, I made sure we got out yesterday to enjoy the heat before that cold weather moves in.
Yeah, you know, it's what a lot of people were out and about, and yeah, we're going to have to kind of hunker down the next few days.
All right, Kelly, thank you. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Wisconsin Republicans are seeking to clarify when the state's presidential electors must meet to cast their votes. They're seeking a court order to resolve a discrepancy between state and federal law. Wisconsin law calls for the vote to happen this coming Monday, while federal law sets the day for next Tuesday. The state Senate passed a bill to line up the state law with the federal one. The Assembly never voted on it. The federal date came from a federal law passed in 2022. That law overhauled the rules for certifying the results of a presidential election. The Supreme Court is declining to hear an appeal from the Wisconsin parents who say their school district is hiding a transgender support. Parents Protecting Our Children was asking the High Court to allow the lawsuit against Eau Claire Area School District to continue. The group claims the district's policy facilitates gender identity transitions at school and keeps the effort hidden from parents. District officials argued gender support plans are included in a student's record that is available for parents to see.
While we're glad that this case has a final resolution, and we're certainly, glad that we're going to be able to continue what we're doing, we've really been focused the whole time on doing what's best for our kids and working in that direction.
The court didn't say why it wouldn't hear the case, but the lower court had ruled against the parents, saying they didn't have standing to sue since they didn't demonstrate how the policy affected their children. The University of Wisconsin taking home second place in a blood drive competition across Big Ten universities. Global healthcare company Abbott collaborated with the conference for the blood drive. Just over 2,000 Badger students gave blood. It's expected to help save over 6,000 lives. Across the Big Ten, nearly 20,000 students donated. It should save as many as 60,000 lives. The school that finished atop the leaderboard, Nebraska. Well, still ahead for us on a Tuesday afternoon, Google unveils a new computing chip that they say puts today's supercomputers to shame. Plus, the world's most valuable company takes a hit, why China is launching an investigation into them.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Save big at Waunakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Ever wonder why your house is so cold and drafty? Knowing the answer could save you a lot of money. Usually, the problem is your walls. Attic insulation isn't enough to keep your home warm in the winter. It's like going outside with only a hat, not a coat. It's time to stop freezing and start saving with USA Insulation. And right now, USA Insulation has their best deals of the year because they know winter is when you need it the most.
USA Insulation.
Are you struggling with back or neck pain due to herniated or bulging discs? Midwest Spine and Nerve Center may be able to help you get back to your active lifestyle with our non-invasive, drug-free treatment methods, including non-surgical spinal decompression, Class 4 laser, and more. Serving Madison for over 15 years, we've helped hundreds of patients alleviate their back or neck pain. If you're looking for an alternative back or neck pain relieving therapy, call us to schedule a complimentary, no-obligation consultation today to see if we can help you get out of pain.
Wisconsin's largest and most spectacular Christmas show, Christmas in the Dells Dinner Show, is now open. It all starts with a 4-course Christmas feast, complete with ham, turkey, and all the fixins. And with new songs, cast and costumes, plus an appearance by Santa. This truly will be a magical holiday season. Enjoy the largest nativity in the state, complete with flying angels and live animals. Get your tickets today at ChristmasInTheDells.com. That's ChristmasInTheDells.com.
I thought you two were going to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison this afternoon.
No, we couldn't decide what game to play.
That's the great thing about Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. There is a myriad of games with a myriad of themes so you can find your perfect fit. Some machines offer free games, multiple spins, a bonus within a bonus, and multipliers. So many different ways to play means so many different ways to win. Find your perfect game at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
The name, image, and likeness system changed the game for college athletes, but now new revenue sharing rules could take it to a whole new level.
How will these changes shake up UW athletics, and what will it mean for the student athletes and the department as a whole? We'll break it all down Thursday at 6.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Shares for the world's most valuable company, NVIDIA, dropped more than 2% Monday after China launched an anti-monopoly investigation into the chip maker. The Chinese government says it is probing agreements surrounding the company's acquisition of tech company Mellanox. It comes amid trade tensions between the U.S. and China, with President-elect Donald Trump threatening to slap additional tariffs on Chinese exports. Google has unveiled Willow, its new quantum computing chip that's capable of solving complicated problems in under 5 minutes. Today's supercomputers would take longer than the history of the universe to solve those same problems. The company says the new chip can also significantly reduce quantum computing errors. Google says its chip is just one milestone in its process of creating faster computers that are capable of solving more complex scientific problems. And Boeing has laid off hundreds of workers in Washington state and California as part of its stated goal of reducing its workforce by 10%. It comes just over a month after union machinists ended a weeks-long strike. Boeing CEO says the job cuts are due to overstaffing and not because of that work stoppage. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Carissa Lawson.
Here's a look at stocks at the noon hour. The Dow is down 43 points, NASDAQ up 15 points, and the S&P 500 up 2. Our call for action volunteers are in the building, taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. Our volunteers are here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Call for action at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. We have today's ag numbers straight ahead, plus Kelly returns with the first warn forecast. Then later on Live at 4, Dr. Shyla Mergain on how to deal with holiday stress.
I've been a motorcyclist for a little over 20 years now. I always wanted to have a motorcycle my whole life, and dashing helps me support that hobby. I love the flexibility of dashing. I love the connections I make. Dashing lets me do what I want, when I want. I'm my own boss now. If dashers can maintain their freedom, flexibility, independence, and have access to benefits, that would really be the best of both worlds. Portable benefits would help me cover medical costs, dental, vision. That would be fantastic.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
Memories matter. This bend on Cox Hollow Lake was one of Dad's favorite fishing holes. Crest Funeral and Cremation Service helped us make sure he's never forgotten. Making it personal. It's how you heal. We are Crest. We truly believe your memories matter.
This is for all the lonely people, thinking that life has passed them by. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup and ride that highway in the sky.
Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now This Morning, weekdays.
A new era begins.
And I'm just getting started.
Bigger cases.
She was lured to your apartment.
Higher stakes. Never seen before in daytime.
In front of millions of people.
Judy Justice.
Weekdays at 3. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Pam Yankee is out of the radio barn to attend a watershed conference today, so here are your farm numbers. Well, the temperatures are going down, down, down over the next couple of days. First Four meteorologist Kelly Slifka is out on the weather patio. Hi, Kelly.
Yeah, good afternoon, Josh. About 20 degrees cooler this afternoon than where we were yesterday and throughout the weekend. So kind of a taste of reality. We're going to be below average and really getting an Arctic blast. That'll be arriving later tomorrow right through Thursday. All right, we are expecting cold weather for the rest of the week. There's no doubt about that. We will be warming up this weekend. Now, with that Arctic front that's arriving tomorrow morning, we're expecting a brief period of some light snow showers or flurries moving through. There might be a dusting of snow, and this is going to be that dry, fluffy snow. On the flip side, the snow that comes in Friday night into Saturday is going to be that sloppy, wet snow, may actually mix with some rain, but there could be some accumulation with that. Still a little bit early to determine when that does change over to some rain or how much rain is mixed in with some of that snow. Something we'll keep our eyes out for later Friday night going into Saturday morning primarily. Well, we had the one cold front arrive yesterday. That's well over into Michigan. Our Arctic cold front now moving into parts of northern Minnesota, North Dakota. There's some snow showers associated with it. More importantly, there's going to be some bitterly cold Arctic air. This is coming down all the way from the polar regions. We do have that chance of snow tomorrow, but a better chance of more widespread, maybe a more impactful snow coming our way. It looks like late Friday night going into a Saturday morning primarily. But as mentioned, some of that may mix with a little bit of rain as temperatures do warm above freezing. All right, 30 expected today. Yesterday we hit the lower 50s. Our average now is 34. Our low tonight is going to be pretty close to where we should be, right at 20. All right, we're looking at temperatures to hover right around 30, it looks like, for most of the afternoon, and will fall off into the mid-20s going out throughout the evening. But we should see quite a few clouds around throughout the day. Can't quite get that sun out there. May see a little bit of sun toward the Mississippi River. As we go through tonight, more clouds as well. That'll actually act like a blanket and hold temperatures up a little bit in the mid-20s tomorrow morning. We're watching that band of some snow showers coming out of Minnesota and Iowa, reaching western Wisconsin before the sun comes up Wednesday, reaching the Madison area sometime between 9:30 and 10:30. It should all be out of here after 1 o'clock or so. We'll actually get into some sunshine, but our temperatures are actually going to drop as that Arctic air comes through, and wind chill values likely to drop below zero. Not expecting a whole lot of snow, maybe some minor accumulations of dusting, maybe a coating for some, but it will be cold enough that some of this will be blowing around on some of those roads. It's going to be that dry, fluffy snow. All right, wind chills are going to be a factor. Tomorrow morning, they're in the teens, still already a factor, but watch what happens as we go into the late morning hours, into the early afternoon and late afternoon. We could be talking about wind chill values below zero, and then waking up Thursday morning, they could be close to 20 below zero with a strong northwest wind. Right now, it's 28 in the Dells. Starting to see some of that colder air working into parts of western Wisconsin. 32 in Janesville. 28 right now in Mineral Point, Monroe at 30. 30 also in Watertown. Across Dane County, we are looking at temperatures hovering very close to 30 at this hour. I don't see much change. A lot of clouds around. We're not going to expect much sunshine at all, if any. Maybe a little bit closer to the Mississippi River might encounter a little bit of sun. Consider yourself lucky. Otherwise, we are looking at cloudy skies. Temperatures near 30. We're close to 20 tonight. Tomorrow, 22. That'll likely occur in the morning hours into the early afternoon. Temperatures likely falling, and wind chill values headed below zero later in the afternoon. The overnight low come Thursday morning down to 1. Some locations may actually dip below zero. The actual temperature, wind chill values 15 to 20 below, waking up Thursday morning. High of 11, even with the sunshine. Clouds roll in Friday, won't be quite as cold. And then we have that chance of some later snows moving in Friday night. May mix with a little bit of rain Saturday as well. Accumulations a little bit uncertain just simply because of that chance of rain mixed with some of that snow, keeping those amounts down. Temperatures well into the 30s though this weekend, and pretty seasonable next week. Another chance of some lighter snows next Wednesday.
Ooh, that 11 degrees, that's going to be a slap in the face on Thursday.
Without a doubt, especially with those northwest winds putting that wind chill value near 20 below.
All right, Kelly. Thank you, I think. Well, right now, a mandatory evacuation is in place in Southern California due to an explosive wildfire in Malibu. Officials say it's burned at least 1,700 acres. As Jonathan Vigliotti reports, strong winds are spreading the fire.
An inferno in the canyons of Malibu. Firefighters now battling what's being dubbed the Franklin Fire, which broke out last night around 11 p.m. local time near the picturesque Pepperdine University.
The fire is starting to go on top of the mountain, and it's heading down and stuff. We just decided to get off campus because we didn't want to risk anything.
Look at this column of embers just erupting into the sky like that. It almost looks like a volcanic eruption.
The big concern is the powerful Santa Ana winds, along with the unusually low humidity. Strong winds are expected throughout the night. At one point, the fire was seen burning dangerously close to large homes just below the hillside.
We see the big towering flames, but it's often those embers that spread all over the place.
These gusty conditions parallel the mountain fire that erupted in Ventura County last month. That fire torched about 200,000 acres and destroyed more than 200 homes. 3 people were killed.
And Pepperdine University was briefly threatened. You had the power cut off. Students were told to shelter in place. That threat has subsided, but classes are canceled. Meanwhile, red flag warnings remain in effect for Southern California through tomorrow evening. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Malibu, California.
Today, Howard has a recipe for an outstanding holiday appetizer in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
We're gearing up for the holiday season with an appetizer that's guaranteed to win you rave reviews, one dip at a time.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Don't let an appliance breakdown break you down. Count on Brothers Maine to rise to the occasion. With support baked into every deal. Whether replacing or remodeling, we'll make sure your experience is a piece of cake. Brothers Maine, feel like family.
At Capri Communities, we're breaking the mold, embracing fun, and loving life every step of the way.
All right, time to show these kids how it's done. I'm coming for you, Dave. Bring it on, Harriet.
Adventure is ageless. Come live it up with us at Capri Communities.
Save big money at Menards. Keep your bathroom feeling clean with Browen's Surface Shield Ventilation Fan with antibacterial light technology. Powerful ventilation quietly removes humidity, while the antibacterial light kills viruses and prevents mold and bacteria growth. Now $149.99. Reduce your utility bill with a Patriot Lighting ceiling fan. Menards carries a great selection of beautiful options that allow you to change your fan direction to clockwise for energy efficiency during winter. This Sonetta Matte Black ceiling fan is $149.99.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went a different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy, I feel confident.
It feels good to feel good and look good. The mommy belly is gone.
Schedule your free, no obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-557-5298 or go to sonobello.com.
I need help for my mom. She has dementia. I want a Grace so Mom can get care at home. You know what people say about them? I can't imagine better support through such a painful time. A Grace. Authentic care and connection. Visit agrace.org to learn more.
When it comes to holiday entertaining, we're always looking for something that really stands out. So rather than making the typical Me Too kind of bread bowl, we came up with a modern day twist on fondue that's sure to be a hit. All we do is combine a good amount of sour cream, shredded cheddar cheese, cream cheese, a splash of Worcestershire sauce, sliced scallions, a few seasonings, and to give this lots of smoky goodness, we toss in some bacon bits. After a quick mix, we spoon this into a loaf of rye bread that we've hollowed out, making sure we leave an inch or so around the sides of the bread so it holds its shape. Now we put the top of the bread back on and wrap it in foil, and we'll pop it in the oven until the filling is piping hot. When you serve this all-in-one fondue in a bread bowl, surrounded with chunks of bread and some veggies for Duncan, you better stand back or you might get trampled. The recipe for our bread bowl fondue is online now, so you'll be armed with an easy appetizer that's perfect all season long. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a Dunkin' cheesy way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Here's Kelly for a final check of your forecast.
Yeah, we do have the clouds around. Temperatures about 20 degrees cooler today. I do have some good news, though. I know we've got the cold weather on the way this week, but take a look at it over the next couple of weeks. We are expecting above average temperature, not only here, but pretty much the entire country, excluding the southeast, where it'll be a little bit closer to average. But we have to get through the next few days. 30 today, not bad, but tomorrow, it's not looking great. 22, that'll occur in the morning with some snow showers. Then the temperatures plunge with wind chill values dropping below zero. High of 11 on Thursday. Could see some rain or snow, it looks like Saturday.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Thanks for joining us. Have a great afternoon.